Guys, I'm trying to figure out. Last time I tried to look at a recording just by loading off my desktop and something was messing up. Oh, nice. Here we go. Pitter patter. Let's get at her. Uh, I can't. Are you talking about my emotes? If I can get more emotes, I can't get any more emotes for a while. Oh, actually, wait, no, wait, what? Yeah, no, I don't think I can. You got to break like a certain amount of sub points, and I remember half a year ago I reached like, or no, like 4 months ago, I hit 135 subs, and then I think I unlocked my last emote at 150. But what is nice is when I dropped, you still keep the emotes. Allow that. But in order for me to get another one, it's gonna take a while. All right, let's check this out. Okay, we got Kamzak versus Euro Kappa. So is this guy like the same rate as you? It's a Persian war too. Oh, it's so much easier to control off of HD. Are you guys seeing everything okay here? So make sure my stream is... Yeah, it looks good. Oh, okay, right on. Oh yeah, it's popping up right in front of me. I like that though. You're playing someone higher rated. Oh man, what kind of sheep are those? I'm already mad about that. That is garbage for sheep, by the way. But the good thing you're Persians. I mean, you get that bonus 50 food, and chances are you won't be able to, or your TC won't be idle. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You know, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt and say that not all the bills could fit underneath that TC, or underneath that sheep. You got 7 on there, which is fine for now, because you were a little late on sheep. Okay, you moved them over. Okay, good. Because I was gonna say you do want to move them back.
Hello?
Wait, you still got 7 on there? No, I was gonna say yeah. You eventually want to just get back down to 6, because I think it's a good question though. I asked is why has it always been 6? And I think 6 is probably just the most efficient way. Who figured these numbers out anyways? Do you guys ever wonder sometimes why 6? Why didn't people just do 7? I'm guessing 6 is just, yeah, like I was saying, is the best way to have your vills gather around something. I think 7 is when maybe they start bumping more into each other. That's my guess. 6 is perfect though.
Sorry?
Okay, one thing I want to say now, Cam, and it may not seem like anything right now, but the first thing I always tell people that aren't doing this is obviously just to start doing this. You may do it, but maybe you're just forgetting, is to make sure that when your sheep is just about done, click on your next sheep. It seems small, like it doesn't matter as much, but it will add up over time. And what this does is it actually helps, in my opinion, I feel like it's going to help you feel like things need to be more efficient over time. You may do this you may be off just this first 3 minutes, but kind of like being like strict on yourself like that will just help your eco in the long run, because once you do it for everything, it's going to add up. So as soon as it's about to be done, like 3 left or whatever, click on the next sheep. Try and get in the habit of doing that, if your speed or at the moment allows you to do that. Not a big deal at this, depending on, well, to me it would be fix your lumber here as well.
Salam?
Just watch the eco just a little bit. I like that sheep block, nice work. Okay. Yeah, no, all good, man, all good. It's just... Alright. Alright, well, you're back at it here. Things were looking a little iffy there when it came to the eco, but nothing huge yet. Or I'd be like, oh crap, that's gonna screw over your whole game.
Salam. Ori.
Oh jeez, get him, get him! No, pretty good idea, man. You got tons of deer. Alright. Sometimes what this does, though, is if you do have some on berries, and then you send some over to deer, it will be a little bit harder to get up on time, just because there's going to be less vills gathering food when they're sent out there. So if you do get them on berries, I would suggest maybe next time, keep your vills on food until you get up, and as soon as you get up, maybe then at that point send 3 vills to deer, and then don't build farms. Right now, I am going to say, like, you probably are going to have a hard time getting up from what I see so far. Maybe. Let's see how... You are Persians. You can still get loom, but let's see how it goes. Oh, no loom either. Oh, no. Alright, so this is already major right here. This is obviously his being able to make a move on you that you have absolutely no idea was coming. And this would be due to, obviously, you know, not scouting him yet. But this seems like a really early drush. So I just want to take a look at him. I almost feel like rewatching this game because I feel like maybe he did a barracks first and then he built militia. I don't know, this just seems like such a fast drush. Unfortunately, look how close you guys are too. So this is really unfortunate for you because you already lost the Vil. He's going to be getting you off wood. This is already a huge advantage for red. I would tell you, oh, you need to scout him earlier to find this. But for some reason, I feel like... I just feel like he did this start without building a mill. I'm really curious. I want to check this afterwards because it seems like a really quick drush. Yeah, it's a really quick drush, and I don't blame you, man, for not having loom at this time and everything. The only way I could see, you know, you preventing this is just getting your scout out a little bit earlier. Once you find your stuff, and obviously, you know, let me start this, sorry. And finding this. Oh, come on. So yeah, at this point, yeah, you did kill a scout. What I would suggest is at this point you need your wood, okay? You absolutely need it. You are sending vills back, which is good. Just be ready to fight with your vills. That's pretty much the only thing you can do right now. You have your scout, which is going to be huge, because now if you send vills to fight, you can always click and run with your scout. Yeah, exactly what you're doing. Yeah, and if he comes back here, just mess him up. I hope you do. Just mess him up. Their vills. Don't take any more of that crap from him, because you got a scout. It's gonna help you. Okay, good. Surprisingly, you still got enough to build a stable. It's good to see. I will go ahead and say though right now, Cam, that at this point, if I was in your position and the other guy was, you know, 2200 plus, the chances are it's going to be like, I don't know. I feel like there's a 70% chance he's gonna win this game with how the eco's set up. So from this point on, like, it would make sense as to why you would lose. So if you just were to think about everything that happened up until this point, is where it would be game changing. Because he's already caused so much ruckus. He had to send vills back. He lost a vill. It's 12 minutes now, and the stable's just going up. And So I guess what determined this game was just he got you by surprise, and then without loom, and maybe in a Persian war in the future, if you know you're up against Persians, depending on who you're playing against, you can think, okay, he's going to have extra food, he's going to have extra wood. He may be able to get a dress shot a little bit earlier. Therefore, I want to send my scout out earlier just to scout him in advance. So if there's anything you can take away from this, it's that, okay, a Persian player might have a dress shot earlier, which is surprising to see from this guy, how quick he did it. I wouldn't expect it that quick either from 1700. He did a good job for what he did. I'd go back. I'd wait, get more scouts out before you fight this, and then maybe use some bills to come with you. And at this point, I would probably just use up. You're getting a lot of bills on deer, which is great, but I would just start getting farms up, whether or not you have horse collar or not. Just deleting this, get some farms up. You want to make sure that you can definitely keep up your TC production and scout production. Looks like you're just about to do that, but I wouldn't send them all to deer. This is more than enough right here on deer, just because you want things to really. Once this all finishes up, you're gonna have a lot of vills just sitting there, and it's gonna be hard to disperse them after that. For these guys, I just keep them on the wood. Maybe I'd literally go like this if I was in your spot. I would number these scouts right now. I would get this here. I would go delete, delete. I'd grab these two vills, garrison them. I'd select this, put them more on wood. I grab maybe these three, go farm, farm, farm. Delete this, delete this, delete. Oh, not delete that because you need a house. I would grab these three. I would hit that deer so they're more spread out instead of having them all on one. And then this, they're probably getting weaker. There's no rush now. There's not much you can do with those militia anymore. If he dives in, he's going to be dead, right? Because you just use your vills, mix them with your scouts. And then as soon as you get all that, you know you're up against Persians. You know, did he go up or not? I can't remember if he went up or not. Okay, he may not be up, which is really good. I don't think he is. But if he isn't up, now, if you haven't seen him click up, now you know, okay, he's not up. He's going to have resources, probably a really good eco to go up to Castle Age. So now you know he's not going to stick around feudal. So what can I do to put pressure on him? Because he's going to go, my eco is a little bit of a mess right now. There's something you got to do now to react. Because I don't think I guess I could check him, right? Yeah, he's not up. So the fact that you know he's not up, he's going to jump to the next age. So you got to do whatever you can to, as soon as you clear this, I would just send 4 vills forward right away. Maybe start mining stone. Find his. I know I'm saying a lot at once, but this is everything that would. This moment, 13 minutes and 40 seconds, is like so crucial in the game of everything that's happening right now because you can't expect him to, once he gets up to sit in feudal. He's going to get knights out. That's your biggest fear. He's going to get up. He's going to get knights out. You're going to get screwed. So that's that tells you what age they're in down the bottom right corner. I know. Thank you. See, look, I'm learning. Thank you guys. Yeah, in fact, those 4 vills that were mixing around here, I would maybe take 4 of them there and send them forward. I would change my mind on that with when I didn't think about whether or not he was up or not yet, and then getting maybe 2 vills on stone. That's all you can do right now because right now you're at a disadvantage. Enemy sighted. Because yeah, who knows what he might be full walled. There's a lot of things that could cause you trouble, but I'm gonna make it the assumption he's gonna be able to get up and get knights, and then you're gonna be in a lot of trouble. Let's take a look. Okay, well, with everything being said, it looks like he didn't perfect his eco, but in the future, when these opponents start getting tougher, they'll probably be up 40% up by now. But you are given some slack here, which is nice. So I mean, this is as far as I would go. Like, I think I maybe I've said enough that would hopefully help. Because at this point, I'll keep watching though, because I want to know maybe if there's something else you can do with where you're at. And then also around this point, wait a second, is he going? Oh, I thought he was going to go scouts. Maybe not. You can always, this is around the point and earlier where you can focus on score. So right now you could maybe say, tell yourself, okay, he hasn't clicked up because his score is just seems too high. And this is sort of when you can keep it. Maybe he has, maybe I might be off. I'm curious if I don't want to screw myself. Okay, no, he isn't. So you can always look for that score drop too. But I don't know, man. He still hasn't clicked up, so I mean, you're actually getting a little bit of space to maybe. Okay, I think he just clicked up now. So you've been given a bit of. That's the word I'm looking for. I don't know. Mercy in a sense. At this point, though. If you were to, you probably at some point, I know you'd probably be thinking, yeah, he's got to be up soon. Where you come up to that conclusion yourself here. And I think I was just going to say, yeah, you should start walling. And that's exactly what you're kind of doing. You're setting up your town. That way you can kind of prevent some losses from early nights. So that's really good. It looks, I feel like you're reading the game here. Which is good. Because if you didn't, you'd be getting really screwed by his early nights. What do you think of players who scout to get a higher score to scare opponents? I think it's a great idea because not only do you scout to raise your points, you get to take a look at the map too, and you get to see relics and leadway. Yeah.
Enemy sighted.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I'd be freaking out. I'd try and close everything I can possibly see. This here, and the first thing I would think of is probably camels, just because what else can you, I mean, if you're going to play the night game with him, you should lose it because he's going to be having, 4, 5, 6 nights ahead of you, so, okay, good, you're closing it up, it's good. Oh, except for this could be deadly. Hey, Papa Bear, thanks a lot, man. Nice to see you in here. Cheers. Let's zoom ahead a little bit. Oh, and another thing too. Always when you're going up, make sure you get your gold upgrade. I'm not sure if you got it or not. I'm going to take a look. I'm pretty sure if it's light green, it means you got it. So I don't think you got your gold upgrade. That is super important to get. And it is, your eco balance right now does make it look, yeah, I guess you are a little bit short on food. You do have a market though. Even if you end up, buying 100 food and then getting the gold upgrade. But the gold upgrade is super important. Yeah, always try and get it going on your way up. Like, as soon as you click up, as soon as you get your first available 100 food, spend it on the first gold upgrade. Don't worry too much about the second gold upgrade. Yeah, as soon as you click up, yeah, I'll just repeat it again, just in case, yeah. Because I think Duba, yeah, as soon as you're on your way up, it's usually around like 5%, 10% on your way up to castle. You're going to hit 100 food, spend it on the gold upgrade right away, instantly. Don't worry too much about I guess you can't get the second farm upgrade until castle age anyways, but gold is super important. Okay, well, surprisingly, he hasn't rushed you with knights. I thought for sure he would. Another important thing in a Persian war is getting out an early monastery, because you've also done some good map scouting. You should follow up with monks, because, I mean, you put in the work to scout nicely on the map, collect those relics. You might do that after the second 2 TCs. But because you were behind, I would have had a monastery up. But what is he doing? I don't know what he's doing. Well, now he's got knights coming. Oh, that's unfortunate. And you're doing camels, which is perfect. I think castle upgrades depend a lot more Well, the thing is, if you're like have such a crappy eco and you can't afford the gold upgrade because you know you're gonna want to get a whole bunch of things in Castle Age, then yeah, you're totally right, Street. I totally agree. But I'd say like 90% of the time, people who are players who are going up to Castle Age who click up have some sort of stableness to their eco that they should be able to afford it. But if it's some weird game like where you barely squeeze by, like today, for example, Leary versus Hart. Leary did super fast castle with Italians. That's a great example where he shouldn't get his gold upgrade because he needs those resources to get fletching, bodkin arrow, and the wood upgrade, right? So yeah, you're totally right on that. But most cases, I can guarantee you, you're going to be getting the gold upgrade on your way up because there's some sort of you're not rushing Castle Age. It's usually Feudal Wars, and then both players have pretty decent eco. The second mill upgrade I usually don't get until later. The only time I get, did you think the fast castle was the only mistake in this series? Yeah, I think it I think it could have worked maybe still. I think his main problem was letting those scouts in. He had about 5, 6 crossbows and he deleted a bunch of stuff to get a second TC going. And that's where Hart was able to jump in and kill everything. But if he didn't let Hart in, I think that strat would have followed through really well. And because even though after he took that hit, he was still in a really good position. He was ahead by like 20 vills. The downfall obviously was that Hart had the map control and he had that hill. I still felt like Hart was going to lose it, but I think he microed his knights and mangonels really well. Yeah, heavy plow, man. Heavy plow is a mystery to me. Somebody needs to teach that to me because I don't have a clue. I usually end up getting it way later, like when I'm going up to Imperial Age. You're good on this replay? Okay, great. Yeah, no worries, man. I'm surprised though. He didn't put the pressure on super early with knights, so it did give you some extra time there to kind of come back a little bit. But just to recap too, like yeah, right. It was just this guy did. I just want to quickly see something quickly. I want to see how he did that so quickly. It was pretty impressive. I'm curious if he built a barracks first or a mill first because it was very quick.
Shalom.
There it is. There it is. CCAM. So this actually is not common. The fact that this probably will not happen to you again. You know, like it's so uncommon that you end up being this close to his barracks first, and second off, you get a 1700 player who's doing a barrack strat first. So this is actually really uncommon, and I don't think it's ever going to happen to you again, man. I swear, because you just don't see it at a 1700 level. It's really hard for 1700s to keep up Vil production and militia production, and look how close he is, man. It makes sense that this guy totally, got the upper hand here because, jeez, it's like 30-second walk away, and barracks first. So if you did mill first, you would have had loom. Things would have looked a little bit better.